Hello and welcome to a bonus episode of the Brightside. Friday the 1st of March, meteorological spring is upon us, and I'm going to head up to West Cornwall Hospital for a bit of a construction update. So let's go check it out. Very windy. Winding my way through the nether regions of Penzance. Wow, and there it is. So if you remember the video that I filmed a couple of weeks back, maybe about a month ago, you'll remember that there were 4 houses standing here right outside the front of West Cornwall Hospital. That's the front entrance there, the car park, which is now being consumed with construction material, etc. The demolition crew came in just a few days ago and basically scat these 4 buildings down in one day. I did film a little bit of footage, I'll insert that in now. Pretty much all gone, just that little bit down there. Wow, unbelievable. Just going to cross the street here, straight through Gilpin demolition. Loads of like trash there. The bulk of everything has been cleared. Even yesterday, that was just like a mountain of rubble and demoed material. And it is really opened up the front of the hospital, which is obviously the intention, because this is all in aid of the construction of the brand new outpatients department here at West Cornwall. I'll put a picture in now, like an artist's rendition of the outpatient department, and it is a significant addition here to West Cornwall Hospital. Probably the last major investment was when the Penlee unit was constructed. I want to say like back in the late noughties, something like that. But that was more of a sort of like an internal build, whereas this is going to be quite a significant addition to West Cornwall, probably the biggest addition until actually that was built in around about 1990. So definitely a large addition to West Cornwall Hospital, certainly the biggest in about 30 years. So that's really good news for the hospital and community. Gosh, it's just really weird. Really weird to see all of this land opened up. There used to be a row of houses that came down in this direction, obviously demolished for the build here back in about 1990, as stated. So there were buildings there that were demolished, and then where the car park is now, there was another row that was demolished, but the buildings, the 4 houses in the middle, were kept. And I think the trust used them for like accommodation and stuff, but they were derelict for quite a long time, and now they have finally met their end. That like big claw thing is just starting to now break down that wall. And I want to say these buildings, well, the houses that were here formerly, I think they were probably about 90 years old. I think they were built in the 1930s. So they've been here quite a long time. And there's that like grabber going to work. It's amazing. It was quite interesting to see when I passed by the other day. It was quite interesting to see when they were actually levelling all these buildings. They had like a huge McSalvers crane that had like a big wooden beam, and it looked like a big rubber curtain that was draped in front of the houses to keep these houses safe from, you know, like damage. It was quite impressive. And again, there's the car park, which, well, former car park. It will become a car park again, I assume, within the next sort of 18 months or so. But it's currently being used to house all of the construction equipment. That picture that I showed you a minute ago, you can see that it will come out in this general vicinity. Just showing it from the other angle. Here's the main entrance of the hospital. And obviously without the car park, if you do have an appointment at West Cornwall Hospital, just be aware that the parking facilities are extremely tight. There's a little drop-off place up there, a couple of spots there, but basically there is no parking here at West Cornwall. So if your parallel parking is pretty good, obviously you have got the housing estate around, and down there is St Urban's car park, which I think is the Trust's like official line. If you do need to park up here at West Cornwall Hospital, just park down the road where the main car park is and then walk up the hill, obviously if you're able to do so. But yeah, look at this, this is amazing. All right. Good to see some investment. I think the thing is, you know, within the local community, there's always these fears that Royal Cornwall Hospitals Trust will, at some point, close West Cornwall Hospital, but I can pretty much confirm that that is not going to happen. I mean, the investment gone into this place and the importance of West Cornwall Hospital to the greater trust, you know, as a peripheral sort of satellite site, is really, really important to the running of Trelisk up in Truro. So yeah, I think for the community, I'd like to just state that West Cornwall Hospital is safe. I haven't heard any updates on the future of Fountain Court. It is still listed, I suppose, to be demolished at some point, but I haven't heard any more on that, so if you know, let me know in the comments. While we're doing a little bit of a construction update, we will have a look at a couple more places around town. What used to be, many years ago, I would say before the recollection of anyone alive now, the old reservoir here at the very tippy top of Causeway Head. Then it was all filled in, became a car park, blah blah blah, all that sort of thing. And this is what is being built now. I have no idea really what it is. I think some people agree with it being built, some people adamantly do not agree, but it's too late now because it's being built. We've still got Market House, the home of Lloyds Bank, of course. Certainly the western half of it is Lloyds Bank. Still covered in all that scaffolding and scrim. I think it's supposed to be there for quite a while, but that is that's a lot of scaffolding. And the former post office here in Penzance. That's been covered up with scrim for ages. It's being made into apartments, I think. Bit of a shame, it was a lovely post office, but it was full of people. But cost cutting, I suppose. The post office here in Penzance merged with WH Smith, which is just down the road if you're not familiar. But yeah, this has been under construction or reconstruction for ages. And there's the eastern half of Market House, the pillars obscured by all that black scrim. You've got Humphrey Davy there, looking on, thinking, what the heck is happening to my town? And Humphrey Davy himself, born in this building. How about that? I think Humphrey Davy could do with a bit of a clean. Look at him. Hopefully when all the work is done up there, you'll have a good scrub. And really, what is happening with the former Ganges restaurant here? It does state there for sale, but look at the state of it. This beautiful, beautiful old townhouse here in Penzance in Chapel Street is just going to rack and ruin. Apparently the inside is supposed to be absolutely disgusting with all sorts of things living in there. What an absolute shame. I think it's about time that, I don't know, I think maybe the council, I don't know, it needs to be forced purchased or something, because this beautiful building cannot be allowed to, you know, just go down like this, go downhill like this. Absolutely terrible. I don't know what the legal hold-ups are, but like I said, really, if it's possible, it should be forced purchase. I don't know. What do you guys think? Again, the backside there of the former Vosper's garage, used to be called Taylor's garage, I was informed. Scheduled for demolition at some point, but as of March 1st, 2024, still standing. Good to see the Meadery still standing. I just want to correct a wrong which I made during my last video here, where I stated that its lease was out as the end of this year, but apparently it's a forced closure. They still have 9 years left on their lease, but it's being forced to close, and their last day of operation is listed as the 15th of May 2025. So you've still got just over a year to come down and enjoy some delicious fried chicken. Let's hope they find an alternative premises though, because I think it would be a great shame to lose another Meadery. They are such a popular you know, form of restaurant here in West Cornwall, so let's just hope that they can find another premises. But yeah, just to correct a wrong from a previous video, it's a forced closure. They still have 9 years left on their license, or their you know, whatever it's called. Yeah, shame it's going. And still no more progress here with the demolition of the boat repairers and marine supplies. All these sheds here on the Penzance harbour, they are still standing at this end, and the other end is still... Let me go around this vehicle. Make that vehicles. My goodness. Yeah, no real further progress that I can see. I filmed this a few weeks ago as part of that same video involving West Cornwall Hospital, and yeah, nothing much has happened here. Maybe a few little bits, maybe a little bit more has been stripped back, but slow going. I don't know why it's taken so long just to demolish that. I would have thought that, to be honest, you could just push it over. And all that is to make way for the Penzance harbour development. And whoa, that wind has picked up because it has started to rain. I think it's going to hail, so I'm going to get my hood up and find some shelter, or maybe just keep walking, because goodness! When you take the time to just stop and look up, beautiful buildings there are around. Lovely. Now, with St Piran's Day fast approaching, it would be remiss of me not to go grab a pasty. What are your plans for St Piran's Day? Are you doing anything? Are you celebrating? Are you eating a pasty? If you are you going to make them? Are you going to buy them? If you are going to buy a pasty, where are you going to buy it from? Let me know in the comments. Look at this just here in Chapel Street. I love this anchor from HMS Association. The flagship of Sir Cloudsley Shovel. It's a fine name, isn't it? Cloudsley Shovel. Wrecked on the rocks off of St Michael's Mount. What we're talking about. Make that the Isles of Scilly. 22nd of October, 1707. large anchor. Yes, it would be rude not to have a Harvey Brothers, my goodness, a Harvey Brothers pasty. Definitely the best Penzance pasties, in my opinion, of course. Right, pasty procured. Talking about St. Piran's Day, all these flags have been hung in preparation. We're going to leave the video there. I thought I would come home and film the outro in a wind-free environment because that was a little bit ridiculous earlier on. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the construction all around Penzance? Is it a good thing, bad thing, thumbs up, thumbs down, that type of thing? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to do all the usual YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, smash the bell. Check us out on all of our socials at The Bright Side. So from us to you, cheers and gone. And I'm now going to eat this.